Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be reacting to why is the US map so bonkers? And again, this is a video by Lost in the Pond. You can check out the original video in the description down below, so you can check that video out and him as a creator. But before we get into the video, I have to quickly state that 93% of you guys currently watching my content are not subscribed, and trust me, it would mean a lot if you could hit that subscribe button, as well as liking and leaving a comment section down below, as it helps me grow bit by bit each day, quicker and better. Even if you don't like the video, you can leave a dislike and a constructive criticism in the comment section down below, or even you can rant or vent if you're not in the quite best of moods. And it's good to get that out of your head, you know, it's good to rant somewhere in a safe space, and I'm not going to judge, so why don't you do that? And don't forget to subscribe when you're at it, as it does help massively, more than you think. And without further ado, let's get it in with this reaction. I am sweating, my window's shut and I can't open it. Let's go.
By which you go from Minnesota to Manitoba back to Minnesota, because, you know, the North American map was drawn up by the National Poetry Society.
His transitions are always so loud. When I edit my video, I'm like, okay, I need to get my voice a good level and his voice a good level. So I do that, and then I watch the video back and his intro is so loud. So like, I just have to keep it loud so that everything stays nice and simple, so it renders quicker. But you know.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to maps. And specifically, what the heck is going on with...
Oh, I love that. Maps!
With the US map.
I'm not taking the mic, I thought that was quite a big expression. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just going to give it to you straight. It's mental. And I can hear
Uncle
Toby right
now.
Guy? Ooh, Lawrence, it's just a map. You know, a bloody big map, but a map nonetheless. Yes, in theory, but there are some peculiarities that need our utmost attention. Indeed, I've spoken before about some of America's geographical oddities, such as the fact that Reno, Nevada is further west than Los Angeles, or how some parts of Michigan are further north than some parts of Canada. But what if I told you there's another phenomenon at work in which the United States seems to specialise? No, not flying saucers, which, as I established on Twitter, are not the work of aliens, but future human time travellers. Now, I'm talking about a different phenomenon. Exclaves. What's an exclave? An exclave, noun, is a portion of territory of one state completely surrounded by a territory of another or others as viewed by the home territory. And it turns out the more that I pinch in on Google Maps, the more I realise that the US is home to a surprising number of exclaves. Now, for the purposes of time, I'm not going to give you them all. Instead, let's take a look at my 5 favourite American exclaves of all time, right? Other people rank these things as well. Let's begin in the state that I'm currently living in, Illinois, or should that be Missouri? Kaskaskia, Illinois, once the capital of the entire state, which is some feat considering it's not contained within Illinois' traditional boundary. You see, a large flood in 1881 wiped out most of the town, and crucially the Mississippi River shifted eastward to a new channel. And so because the Mississippi is considered a boundary line between Illinois and Missouri, Kaskaskia is now an exclave of Illinois because you can only get to it via Missouri. And now I've got to wonder, what if an Illinois resident is legally exiled from Missouri, but happens to live in Kaskaskia? I would say swim the Mississippi every day, but then they'd be exiled from Illinois. Yes, Carter Lake, Iowa, not to be confused with its anagram, Crater Lake in Oregon, which is its own phenomenon. This city in Iowa sits on the Nebraska side of the Missouri River. We've all done it. To that end, it is the only Iowa city to sit west of the Missouri. And at a time when America was undergoing westward expansion, it seems that even the weather was hell-bent on redrawing the map. You see, another flood in 1877 caused the Missouri to change course at this point of the river by 2 kilometers to the southeast. And what remained of the old river became present-day Carter Lake. And the two states took legal action over ownership of the city of Carter Lake. But in 1892, the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of Iowa. And Iowa was like, ha 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 ha, we beat you, Nebraska. And Nebraska came back with, well, we've got you surrounded, so shut up.
Nice, nice, nice.
For all its straight lines and rectangles, America sure does love its bends. South Bend, Indiana. Bend, Oregon, home to the world's last remaining blockbuster. And Kentucky Bend. Kentucky Bend is this breakaway dot at the extreme western point of Kentucky.
That is
Specifically
weird.
an exclave of Fulton County, Kentucky, for the very reason that you have to drive through Tennessee to get there. And this one arose because when the boundary between Tennessee and Kentucky was first drawn up, there was confusion over the course of the Mississippi River, which is proving more and more to be a deeply inconsiderate body of water. And the situation was compounded further by a geological event that I've spoken about before. The New Madrid earthquakes of 1811 to 1812 were so powerful they are believed to have reversed the flow of the Mississippi. To be
Jeez.
quite honest, after all of the shenanigans, it deserved it. Finn's Point is a promontory in New Jersey, but in the words of the Secretary of Defense from the film Independence Day,
That's not entirely accurate.
you see, owing to the manner in which the border between Delaware and New Jersey was first laid out, when the tide is out, a small part of the promontory is in Newcastle County, Delaware. So on this occasion, Della really did wear a New Jersey. Sorry about that.
Oh my god, that joke was terrible, but it was also quite good because it was so terrible.
Northwest angle. Remember earlier when I said that part of Michigan was north of part of Canada? Well, I ain't got nothing on this. Part of Minnesota is in Canada. You see, Northwest Angle is separated from the rest of, can we call it mainland Minnesota, by Lake of the Woods, sharing its land border with Canada. Now, admittedly, you can access it from mainland Minnesota by boat, if the lake isn't frozen over. Otherwise, you get there by plane or by the interstate, by which you go from Minnesota to Manitoba back to Minnesota because, you know, the North American map was drawn up by the National Poetry Society. And a fun fact about Northwest Angle is that it contains the northernmost point in the lower 48. And it's important there that I emphasize lower 48 because Alaska is home to the world's largest exclave, and that exclave is Alaska itself. Okay, so technically it's a semi-exclave because you can access Alaska from the lower 48 via the sea. But American drivers are forced to go through Canada, which that makes it sound like a bad thing, but it's not because A, Canada looks amazing, and B, you can stop off at America on the way. And today I'm going to leave you with this. What could be more American than the Statue of Liberty? She's French, right. Regardless, she herself stands on a great American exclave. Liberty Island, although under the jurisdiction of New York, is surrounded by water belonging to none other than New Jersey. Could it be said that Lady Liberty herself is lost in the pond? That's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below your 5 favourite exclaves. I'm Lawrence Brown.
That is actually quite surprising. The video has taught me a little bit actually, because why on earth is a map drawn like that? Like, can't they just say that's part of Canada because it's literally in Canada, or that part's there, that part's there? Like, why is it so awkward? It's so awkward for no reason at all. I don't quite understand what was going through their heads when they made the maps, but then again, you never know in the first place. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and a comment down below, as well as hitting that subscribe button if you'd like to show your appreciation, and it would mean a lot, trust me, as only 93% of you guys actually currently watching this content are not subscribed. So if you do hit the subscribe button, as well as liking and commenting, and even if you didn't like the video, I would like you to dislike and leave a constructive criticism or a vent in the comment section down below, as it is a safe place and I'm not going to bother you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Do all the things if you would like, it would mean a lot. You know, any engagement is good engagement, so it gets me out there a bit more, helps me grow, and trust me, I would love to grow. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, a splendid weekend or week, or however long since it's been the last video you watched of mine. So, do all the things I said below. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, or bye, whatever.